As of 6 months ago, I was the laziest person that I knew. But it was definitely complicated because I was very productive. I worked 12-hour shifts 6 days out of the week, but despite the fact that I wasn't tired, I was very poorly managing my time outside of work. Instead of staying active, getting my steps in, instead I sat in my room eating thousands of calories at my desk, not getting a singular step in, and from there I slowly but surely hit a decline in my life. But throughout the past few months I have been able to find myself, and I have now lost over 20 pounds. I am going to the gym 6 days a week. I'm getting 10,000 steps in every single day. I genuinely could not be happier, and I'm so happy that I finally took the change to begin building the best version of myself, and I really hope that I'm able to help you guys do the same. Hi guys, it's Liyah and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided I was gonna do something a little bit different. I wanted to do a sit down video and get real with you guys and kind of talk about my journey with weight loss, and I want to help you guys out there who were in a similar situation to me kind of get your life back on track. And even though this video is going to be primarily focused on weight loss, as that is what I needed to do, this video really will apply for anyone, even if you're looking to gain weight, maintain your weight, build a healthy, active lifestyle. Everything that's going to be covered in this video, do not worry, and 2024 is going to be our year. And I thought it was best to start this video talking a little bit about my own story, because I hate when I go on a video and it's like, oh, how to get skinny, and you can tell this person has naturally been skinny their entire life. You know, for me, that was never my case. As I mentioned, I gained over 20 pounds. I was super inactive, and now I have built a very active and healthy lifestyle that I'm able to balance with school, work, and everything else going on around me, and I love it very dearly. I have a ton of topics that I want to talk about today, so I'm going to make sure that I timestamp everything, but I also want to get through this relatively fast so I can give you guys all the information right off the bat. And then if you have any questions or concerns or anything you want to talk about, you can either shoot me a DM on Instagram or just leave it in the comments and we can start a little discussion. Jumping right into it, before we think of anything, why do you want to build a healthy lifestyle? Why do you want to start working out? Why do you want to potentially focus on what you're eating? What is your why? For me, I'll be honest, even though I needed to lose weight, I was kind of, I don't know if delusional is the right word, but I was definitely in denial. I didn't realize how much extra weight I was holding, and I was very in denial about my weight loss. So at the start, I kind of saw me going to the gym as something new, mainly because I needed change in my life. I was so used to living the same day in and day out, especially with work taking up so much of my time. I just wanted to change. So I started going to the gym, and that is when I fell in love with it. But your why could be anything. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to build muscle? Do you just need that change like me? Whatever that is, figure out your why, because then once you figure out your why, you can figure out your how. How are you going to achieve your goals, and what do you like that is going to help you achieve these goals? When I first started my weight loss journey, my active journey, whatever you want to call it, I tried out everything. I went to a Pilates class, I went to a yoga class, I hopped in the gym, I went running, I did everything, and I tested every single avenue of things that I would potentially be interested in before I can narrow it down to what I do now, which is just weightlifting. I have a split that works great for me, and on my rest days from the gym, I make sure to stay a little active, and I just do some yoga to make sure my body is always stretched out. And then I always aim to hit at least 5K steps on these days, even though I'm really aiming for 10, but you know, 5 is okay. But I would definitely recommend figuring out what you like to do, because I know weightlifting isn't for everyone. But before I say anything else, I tried going to the gym multiple times throughout the years, and I would go for one day and I would leave. And I think the issue is with me is I wanted to lift weights, but I didn't know what weights to lift, what split to do, literally everything in that avenue, which really scared me away from the gym. And I've spoken to a lot of people, and I think that is a big issue, is just gym anxiety in a whole, and not going into the gym with a structure, and I think that definitely pushes a lot more people away than they may think. So we're gonna talk about that. But besides that, definitely try out the different avenues and see what interests you. I don't know about you guys, but in my area there are multiple Pilates places, and they all offer 1-day like free trials where you can go in and take a class. And that is exactly what I did. I went to every place. I tried their classes just because, you know, some places switch it up. So I tried all their classes. I found yoga videos online, which just like Pilates, there are Pilates classes online if you didn't want to go out. Okay, my dog is joining us. Another fun thing you could even try is Zumba, and I know in my area they have like $5 Zumba classes. Plus there are a ton of videos online. Definitely put yourself out there, try different things, figure out what you like, and then once you figure out your niche, everything else is going to be so much easier. And by the way, don't think you only have to do one thing. I know a lot of people like to do weightlifting on some days and like Pilates on other days, and then even throwing yoga classes throughout the week. You can mix and match, you can switch it up. I would just first figure out your why, figure out what your goals are, and then from there you can figure out what classes or what activity is going to help you reach your goals. I know it is very similar to the why, but in my case, my why initially started out being I needed change. I needed a little bit of balance in my life, but now my goals have definitely changed throughout the months, and it is completely okay for your goals to change. When I first got into the gym, of course, my goal was just to have some change in my life. But then my goal became I wanted to lose some weight, and then I wanted to focus on growing my glutes, as the glutes are a muscle that a lot of us girls like to prioritize. But now, 6 months later, my goal is completely different than what I would have ever expected, and I actually prioritize growing my upper body more than my lower body, which young teenage me would never expect me to say that, but I am trying to achieve the lean beef patty physique, so that is the goal. And it's okay for your goals to change while your healthy lifestyle, you know, evolve, but make sure you are setting goals and make sure you're setting achievable goals. At the start of my weight loss journey, I was so upset that I was only losing like a pound a week, and I was like, you know what, my goal for next week is that I'm gonna lose 2 pounds. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, losing 2 pounds a week is very unrealistic unless you are starting at a relatively high weight. But I know for me, who, I don't think skinny fat was the right word, I was definitely just fat. I'm still in denial. My body and the amount I weighed and my height, everything coming down to it, 1 pound a week was the healthy amount for me to lose. 1 pound a week was 100% doable, the healthy rate. And then also losing half a pound a week is also very realistic. I'm gonna go a little more into eating and calories later, but just one thing is, do not set your goals to be unrealistic. Don't be like, this month I'm losing 10 pounds. No. Weight loss is not a race, it is a journey, and let it be. Stay healthy, and you'll be good, I promise. Okay, I know I went a little bit into choosing the right workouts and figuring out what is best for you, but back on the weightlifting note, if you're going in with no idea of what to do, I just want to talk a little bit about weightlifting and splits and some exercises that you can do. If you're uninterested in weightlifting, just skip over it, but let's quickly talk about it. Now, if you were just getting into the gym and you do want to incorporate a split, the most popular one is push-pull legs. Basically, you'll have a day that's like shoulder triceps, back biceps, and then legs. And then I'll also talk about my split, and then I'm quickly gonna list off some exercises that I would recommend doing for each body group. It is recommended roughly to do 10 to 20 sets per week if you're looking to grow a certain muscle group. But of course, this differentiates depending on how fast your muscles heal, how heavy you're lifting. There's a ton of things that go into it. I would definitely recommend doing some more research of your own, depending on what your goals are and if you really are looking to build muscle. But let's talk about my split, and then we'll go over the exercises real quick. Monday, I do a glute focus day. Tuesday, back and biceps. Wednesday, I do quads and hammies. Thursday, shoulder triceps. Friday, another glute day, and then Saturday is back and biceps. Now, everything I'm gonna list, do not go and do every single exercise. These are just exercises that I recommend. But you're 100% gonna have to rearrange this into your own split, figure out your own sets, etc., etc. If you need any help, DM me. I'm always happy to help. Okay, where do we start? Let's start glutes, hip thrusts, glute bridges, RDLs, cable kickbacks, step up, B stance RDL, glute hyperextensions, Bulgarian split squats, reverse lunges. Those are a few. Search them up, figure out the form. That is another thing. When I went to the gym, also within the first couple weeks, months, I tried every single exercise and I figured out which ones I like. Because if you were doing a workout that you really just don't enjoy, and I don't mean you don't enjoy it in the sense of like it's painful, and by the way, I mean good painful, not bad, like I don't know how to explain it, but if you're doing an exercise that you do not like you absolutely hate it, do not do it. That's how I felt about Bulgarians at the start. I could not do a Bulgarian split squat to save my life. I tried having it in my split because every other girl did, and it would drive me insane. So I just didn't do Bulgarians. And now a few months later, I have incorporated them into my routine, and I've definitely gotten a lot better, mainly because I've just gotten stronger. And now, do I enjoy doing them? No, but they're definitely a lot more bearable and they are perfect for my split. Anyways, quads, quad extensions, sissy squats, goblet squats that are elevated, or you could even do close standing squats on the Smith machine, and same goes for leg press, close legs at the bottom, quad focus. And then hammies, just hamstring curls, RDLs that are hamstring focus, good mornings. I don't know what else there is for hamstrings because I just do hamstring curls and good mornings. Something was happening in my camera, but I hope the lighting is good now. Let's talk about upper body. For shoulders, there are, you know, just shoulder press. I do it inclined shoulder press, but there's also normally shoulder press machines, lateral raises, front raises, upright rows. For triceps, there are skull crushers, tricep extension, tricep row pull down, tricep, it's like crossbody, I don't know. Tricep dips, JM press, tricep kickbacks, tricep push down on like the machine thing. I know push-ups target your triceps, I think. And then for bicep curl, regular bicep curls, seated bicep curls. I do my bicep curls on the cable. I face forward away from the cable just to have more tension in my arm. Preacher curls, alternating curls, hammer curls. There's so many. And then for chest, obviously just like chest press, whatever it's called, the machine that you go like that. Honestly, if you go into any gym, I personally don't hit chest, but if you go into any gym, you will find a ton of machines that you can use to target a ton of muscle groups. Now we want to talk about creating a routine and then also tracking and progressive overload. So like I said, I think a lot of people go through gym anxiety because they're going into the gym with no idea what needs to be done, which is why a routine needs to be put in place. I know that in my notes, I have every single day of the week listed out with the amount of sets I'm gonna do, the amount of weight I'm gonna do, and it's a very easy thing. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but once you figure out what exercises you like that you know will perfectly fall into place with your workout routine, it's very easy to figure out the order. And by the way, when it comes to the order of your workouts, the order does matter. You're basically gonna wanna do your compound movements first and then your isolation movement, or basically the easy way to put it is your harder stuff first. So for example, say that you are hitting glutes, I would recommend that you put something like hip thrust or RDL first, because that is what is taking the most energy and you're using a lot of your, and then things just like cable kickbacks that are targeting smaller parts of the muscle. That is something that you would put at the end when you don't need as much energy to get the job done. Just figure out a routine, figure out how many days a week you want to work out. And of course, this can apply for Pilates or yoga or anything that you're doing. And by the way, just because I work out 6 times a week doesn't mean that you need to as well. It also doesn't mean you're not gonna lose weight just because I work out 6 times a week. I just love the gym so much and I couldn't think of anywhere that I'd rather be. So I've kind of just figured out my split around that. But if you only have 2 days a week to work out, 3 days a week to work out, moving your body is all that matters. And even if you're getting a little movement in, all movement is good, so do not worry about that. And just make sure you're giving yourself rest in between your workouts. And then also progressive overload. If you're in the gym and you're looking to build muscle, progressive overload is a must. You basically want to make sure that you are tracking as you increase the weight. And also, if you're wondering, Aaliyah, when do I increase the weight? Say we have hammer curls, okay? I'm doing hammer curls on 10-pound weights and I am able to do 12 reps. And say 12 is my failure when I can't do any more reps. Anyways, moral of the story is once you're able to do 10 to 12 reps comfortably and you still have good failure until you get to the last rep, that is when you can increase the weight. And if you get to the next weight and you're like, Aaliyah, I can only do 8 reps, that is okay. I think that 8 to 12 reps is a very good range. As long as you can get 8 to 12 reps in, you are good. And once you are comfortably at 12 reps and you are able to move up to the next weight, go ahead and do it. Just make sure you are keeping track and make sure that you are not, going back. Sure you know the weight that you're moving up to. And by the way, if you do move up weight and you're like, I could only do 4 reps, that is completely okay. Just hop back down to the previous weight. That has happened to me. Actually, with bicep curls, I was able to do 12 good and then I got to 15 and I was only able to do 4, and that is okay. But every single week, I just made sure I gave myself a little bit of time to practice with the 15s. Instead of when I would normally do 3 sets for bicep curls, I would do 4, and I would just do ones with 15s, even though I was only doing like 4 to 6 reps at this time. I still just wanted to get a good idea of doing it with 15, and now I am comfortably doing 12 reps with 15. And I think I'm soon going to be moving up to 17.5, which I'm really excited about. And you deserve to celebrate your progress and your success. Whether you have lost 20 pounds, gained 20 pounds, moving up, you deserve to celebrate those progresses however you decide to do them. I know some days I like to treat myself with a little ice cream because it really is all about balance. And I'm about to step into the nutrition aspect of everything. And all I'm going to say is balance. Nutrition is a big thing. If you are in this for weight loss, I'm firstly going to start off by saying you cannot outwork out a bad diet. And then also if you are in this for weight gain, and some people don't understand the weight gain aspect about it, but this could go 2 ways. You're either A, just looking to build muscle, or you're just looking to put on weight in general. But no matter what, if you're trying to just build muscle, just a heads up, you are going to add fat to your body when you're eating in a surplus, and that is okay. I'm going to cover it in a second. And even if you're just trying to maintain, you should try having a good diet 80% of the time, and then 20% of that time, you can have a little fun with it. Anyways, regarding weight loss, nutrition, it is all about calories in, calories out. And if you don't know what that means, you're going to want to go to tdecalculator.net. Let me show you guys. I'm actually going to screen record while I do this, just so you guys can get an understanding of what I am talking about. So we're gonna go to tdecalculator.net, and then you're gonna see this, and it says learn how many calories you burn every day. And then if you know your body fat percentage, go ahead and put that. I do know my body fat percentage, it is 28%. And then we're gonna calculate, and this is gonna give you your stats. So basically, this is your maintenance calories, and this is my maintenance calories, 1900, and that is the amount of calories I burn every single day with my activities. I did a scan that my body naturally burns 1,266 calories when I am not doing anything, just by living. Yes, your body burns calories just by living, which you can also figure that out by going onto a BMR calculator. You basically put in the same information, you'll see. But this is the amount of calories I can eat every single day if I want to maintain my current weight. But if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see maintenance, cutting, and bulking. Maintenance. If I wanted to stay this weight, this is giving me some recommendations. I'm not gonna lie, this is extremely high protein. I'm just gonna preface that if you are looking to build muscle, you should be aiming for 0.8 grams times your body weight. Up to like 1. That being said, I weigh 121 pounds. I should be aiming for 121 grams of protein. I personally push for 130 to 135. It is important to eat a little more protein while you are cutting, but as long as you're eating at least your body weight in protein or your goal weight in protein, you are good. Eating high protein is so beyond important. I couldn't preface it enough. And then it gives me my cutting calories. So say I wanted to lose weight, like I am right now, it's saying that I should be eating 1,400 calories per day. And then I'm gonna ignore the stats, just because I should not be eating 105 grams of protein, but mainly base this off of the calories. So if I were to cut, I should be eating 1,400 calories like I currently am, and then if I wanted to bulk, I should be eating 2,400 calories. So this is a great way to figure out how many calories you should be eating, because it does play a huge role in things. And by the way, one thing I want to talk about, because I see a lot of confusion, is if you go to the gym and you burn calories. So for example, my watch says that I burn 500 calories at the gym, right? That does not mean you should go eat 500 calories because your body burned calories. I don't know where the confusion is, for some people, no offense. But if you burned 500 calories, that's like kind of the weight loss bit, and if you're eating it back, do you get my gist? Do you get my gist? Like, don't eat back the calories you burned. Or, you know, it kind of defeats the whole point a little bit. It's okay though, it's okay. We all make mistakes. Not me, I didn't make that mistake, but we all make mistakes. So yeah, besides nutrition, figuring out what works for you best, it is important that you stay accountable. Make sure you are on top of your game. Make sure you're staying consistent, because I promise you the results will come if you are consistent. This was me last April, okay? Last April, I was partying up in Mexico. I was not partying. I was eating, clearly. This was me in Mexico, and this is me trying on the same bikini a few weeks ago. That is a 20-pound difference. So I promise, if you guys hold yourself accountable, you will reach all of your goals and you will become the healthy little queen that you want to be. Okay, anyways, that is enough for today. If you have any questions, if there's anything that you think is important that I didn't cover, feel free to comment it below. If you need any help figuring out your diet, your split, anything, just to preface, I am not a trained professional, but I have done a lot of research, so feel free to shoot me a message. And I really enjoyed doing this little sit down video. It's definitely really different than what I usually do, but I had a good time chatting today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!